Hi there. We're continuing our journey in the Proverbs, and we're in chapter 7. We're reading verses 6 to 23. This section of the Proverbs of the words of Solomon, we're in the Mishle Shlomo, the life sayings of Solomon, and this is Solomon speaking to his son. And here the wise man gives a parable, gives a story that he's telling his son. And he's saying, I looked through my window and I saw this situation happening. There was a young man who was wandering about. He was silly. He didn't have much sense. He certainly didn't have the ways of wisdom rooted in the awe of God. And as he's going along, a woman encounters him and she seduces him. But this woman is a prostitute. Now, the thing that we need to understand about this is that prostitutes were not just women working for themselves. Often women were working for pagan shrines. So a lot of prostitution was linked to pagan worship. And it seems here that this woman is a pagan prostitute, because she says, I've done my worship today, I've made my peace offerings, I've fulfilled my vows, and now she's actually looking for someone with whom she can have sex to somehow fructify, to fertilize the earth in the way of these pagan ideas. And so she's trying to get this young man to come back to participate not just in sex with her, but also to participate in pagan observance, to do this thing which she sees as being involved in her pagan worship. So she constantly keeps the young man drawn in. She draws him in, because she's got a quest. She needs to find someone to fulfill all that she's needing to do for her pagan shrine. And eventually the young man yields and the young man goes back with her. But Solomon says, the wise man says here, it's curtains for him. It's like an arrow through his liver, he says at the end. It's going to bring him down. It's not just the fact that he's been unfaithful. Oh, and the other thing about this woman is she actually has a husband. She says, my husband's away, he's gone on a journey, and so he won't be back. It's that all those story, no one's at home, come home, all will be all right. And so he goes home with her, as I say, this arrow through his liver, this rushing, it says, like a bird rushing into a trap. That's how he is. He's drawn in. We just need to be constantly aware that behind the desires, behind the pull to unfaithfulness, behind the pull to incontinence in the moral area, is also the idolatry. It's coming out of a system of an ideology which says there is no purpose, there is no meaning, or God doesn't matter. That's why at the beginning of this chapter, beginning of chapter 7, the wise man is saying, protect my instruction, protect my direction, because there's so much out there that just wants to draw us into its non-God worship, into its pagan ideology. But we can say no, I am saying no to that. That's not what God's taught me, and I want to walk his way. Have a good day.